I like how he's much rounder at the beginning of your ride. That's awesome. Very good. So I would do things like, can you, for example, ride at each letter a little 10-meter circle, just to start with. So say, every letter, I'm gonna ride a 10-meter circle. If you ride a 10-meter circle, if that's more like 5, 8, not quite 10. So remember, center line to rail is 10 meters. So ride into the corner here. Okay. Go to R's and Robert, let's say. Go from R's and Robert, do a 10-meter circle, go to the center line. That would be 10 meters. Right. Good. And you know, halfway between the letters are 12 meters, correct? Except for the corner ones, which are 6. So when you do it, as long as you're almost between the two letters, it's good enough. That's nice. Good. Now, use your outside rein to keep him a little bit rounder over his back, because as you do your circle, he tends to get a little bit, how would I say, nose in front of the vertical, a little hollow. So if you use your outside rein to keep him a little bit rounder, inside rein for flexion, keep him on the circle a couple times here. Yep, hold that, yeah, keep the flexion, keep the flexion. Make a transition to walk. I say this because when he's bracing like this, I go back and I say, look, we're not gonna sit here and have a fight over this. I'm gonna ask you to be soft and come through and yeah, good boy, nice with your hand. And then you can put him back up to trot. But he needs to be rounder, as you know, before you trot. And a little bit lower in the pull. So is he not wanting to move his haunches over or his shoulder? Which end does he not want to move? Is it his haunches or his shoulder? Oh. Is my volume up, or can you hear me? Oh, okay. Is it his haunches that don't want to move off your right leg, or is it the shoulder? More shoulder. So keep your leg more at the, there you go. Because your leg does slide back a little bit. So you need to keep it forward when you really want to move his shoulders over. Right. Keep your left hand down and say, listen, I've got to keep my outside rein down, and say, he's got to come through this way. That's right. Give him a second to think this through. There. Good boy. Nice job, Marla. Yep, and then that's right. So even as you go into trot, think about moving his shoulders off the inside rein into your outside. There. Love that. Now we'll go straight ahead. And he doesn't need to come out of that frame. He needs to stay in that frame at A, 20-meter circle. Cut off your corner, touch after the letter K as in Kim. Go between the cones. See, now his head, you'll see it in the video, is waving back and forth and back and forth. That's because he's not committed to the inside flexion. He didn't look like he made it between the cones. Cut the corner again, do the circle again. So exactly, there you go. Exactly what you were doing at the walk, you need to continue through at the trot. Yes. And tap him off the stick if you need to. Right. Good job, Marla. Yes. Good. Sometimes you have to really want it and make them realize that there's no cheating. All right, so that was good. Then down the long side, right a little shoulder in, shoulder 4. And what I'm going to tell you, Marla, is sometimes when you're riding a horse like this and you talk about creating more activity in the haunches and impulsion, what's happening right now is he's very cute and he's going along and he's tritty-trotting, but he doesn't really come all the way over his back because he keeps lifting his pole and dropping his back out.
Oh, yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to think about, hold for a minute, you need to think about really trapping him on the rein for a minute. And what I mean by that is
You did a really good job with the walk, but you have to say, listen, this, and there's no in between. You're gonna keep this, yeah, there you go. He needs to be like this and then down to that, yes. Like that. I want him like that. Because what's happening is he's just going,
yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't matter how much you beat the shit. You can whip him and kick him and drive him and run him forward.
More hollow, more up.
And he's gonna be more,
yeah.
So you need to get him so round and so through that he's really stepping under, so that when you want him to come up, he comes up, but it's because this is under that he can come up. Not because he just goes, because that's what he wants to do.
He's like, I'm not
giving.
Yeah.
And it should be that he gets off that leg. Yeah. When I put my leg on, I want my horse to get round.
Yes. Yep. That's rounded. Okay.
So when his head does this,
yes,
that's when I set the bend and I wait it out and I get my leg on until he says I'll pull. And that's the end of it. Because all he'll do is he'll keep going around wagging his head. Yep. You can tap him with the stick. You can do whatever you need to do to make that clear. You aren't going to go down that road. So hold it and wait. Remember, you can tap him with the stick. You can push him sideways. Yep. And say you can go down. You're welcome to go down. There. Good boy. And as long as he, see, like there where he gets quick,
right, I did
take
that.
him back down again.
Yeah.
You're allowed to add energy, but he can't get quick. He has to be round. There. Good boy. Overbend again. Put your right, tap him just gently at the girth. Put your whip behind your leg, don't tap him on the butt. Yeah, and then see if you can go rising again. And you might find that he's better after you canter. So you might go, okay, I've done enough trotting. I'm just going to go to canter. Your goal is going to be to have a softer right rein once he softens off of it, off your inside leg. Yep, so take your right rein, 7 inches of his neck to the right, or his nose. Massage, right leg, left rein, half halt, soften your right rein. And give your right rein back as the reward. And then you let him stay in your left rein. There, give on the right, give on the right. And if he doesn't stretch down and if he doesn't stay soft, then you take the bend back. Right. Yep. Good. So I'm not going to pick on your position and all that right now because I think you're riding very good. To me, you need him to come through before you can worry about, oh, I need to fix this and my legs are moving. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? Let's get your horse through and connected and then we'll worry about making everything fancy looking. Give on the right. When you soften the right rein, your horse should want to stretch down to the rein or down to the bit. That's why I say I keep dropping it and threatening him. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. Yep. Left rein supportive because you want the outside rein to be elastic for him. Yeah. And then give on the right again. You can hold him off your inside leg into your outside rein. Good feel, Marla. You got a good feel. Trust it. There you go.
Good boy.
Yeah. So again, eventually you have to keep trusting in the fact that your left rein's going to keep him connected, not your right rein. Your right rein was to get him soft, but your outside rein is the connecting rein. Nope, I didn't like that one as much because your left rein was a little mushy. So for a moment, take the counter flexion, very soft, not too much. Support with the right rein. Now get him off your right leg to the left counter flexion, counter flex again, little left. Yep, keep him like that. Keep him and push him. Say, you need to go into that. Yeah, but left rein again, counter flex. Make him wait for you. Counter flex. There. Just say, look, I want to touch my left rein. Let me use my left rein. Yes. Outside rein again. A little straightening on the outside. There. Good. Nice. That's nice. Lovely, Marla. And then ride him forward to trot. A little outside rein. Yes! Beautiful. And then reverse. Nice job. You you've got to have him on both reins. He's got to be equal. We have 2 sides of 1 bit. We got to make sure we ride both sides. Can't believe how dry this got in no time. Now, when you reverse, don't let him change his frame. Just because you're, no, he stays round, tell him. He's not allowed, he doesn't need to come hollow to reverse. It's not even necessary in the warm-up that he's hollow. Yep. Good, he can stay this lovely. Beautiful. Now, I almost see a little bit of head nodding, so stay on a circle there in the middle at B and E. Go through your cones. Yep. Make sure, what if you wanted to do a stretchy circle? Is it available to you? Because if it's not, it should be. Because you need to be able to do that in the drop of a hat in a test. Nice. Keep the nose in. Keep the nose. Keep the nose. If you let his nose out too soon, he's going to go hollow and drop his back. I would let the nose poke out very last, if I even allowed it to happen at all. Beautiful. And then gather him back up and find canter on the circle there. Okay, looks like his haunches keep swinging out, so just be careful here that your leg stays forward on the inside. Nope, nope, nope. I say that because he keeps getting hollow again. So, do me a favor, ride left bend and ride his haunches in at walk. I would also, in your homework, make sure he can do turn on the forehand away from flexion and into flexion, because I have a feeling he's going to say no to that. So when you ask him to do haunches in, do you feel him push into your left leg and the shoulders pop in? Lift your inside rein and tell him to push his shoulders out. There you go. That is what is haunches in. In second level, he needs to be able to do that. Yep. Yep. Oh, so careful. But you need to be able to bend him behind the saddle, because when you're having issues with his haunches saying no, that's better. Good job. He needs to be honest about that going into canter. He can't swing his butt right. Good. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Marla, good. Stick with that. Keep your sternum a little on top of your pubic bone. There you go. There you go. I'd spend lots of time doing this. I had a horse today that I tried to do this with him, and it was like, oh my God, he completely stopped and went, I can't do this. It's like, oh, wow. Excellent. So when you canter him this way, you might canter with more outside leg than inside leg, where the other way, it's maybe more inside leg for the strike off. Yep. So you could do, nice. You could do those transitions 100 times with him. Yes, ma'am. And as you take the inside flexion, say to him, I'm going to lift my inside rein, keep my outside rein elastic. Yeah, he says that's hard. Oh yeah, that's really hard. But it's hard, but it's the right thing to do with him, because it is hard. You have to train a horse, you have to get him to do things that they don't necessarily want to do, and that is for him being straight this way. There. Good boy. Enzo, good boy. Yes. Outside rein could be a little bit better there. So you might try the transition again. Try a moment or two of counterflexion again and say, listen, I need to be able to use my right rein when I want to. Yeah, but keep the tempo. Say, don't throw yourself into my left leg either. Be straight. Yes. And then once you like the right rein feel, then you allow him to bend to the left, and then you think canter again. All we're doing is putting him on the aids. He can't lean right, left, forward, or back. He's got to stay underneath you. Good job. You're riding so well today. I love it. I mean, this is like really round and nice. I mean, he's not thrilled about it, but she's riding it. Yes. Great job. That looked like a straighter horse. So I would almost say wait to canter until he stays really soft at the trot for a moment, because he keeps bracing the lower neck. So get him even rounder at the trot before you think canter. Take your time. Nice. Yes. Marla, this is so good. Wow. And then when you like what you have, you can canter. Wow. Beautiful. How does it feel? Nice. I would take it. I would take it. I would take it. Get your leg on. Yep. When he does that little, I would go, hey, you commit to that. How did that feel?
Really good.
He looks really, you're welcome to reward him on that, absolutely. But I love this today. I love this. Sometimes it's good for me to see the warming up because I don't always get to see it and I don't get to talk people through it sometimes. Could have been rounder. Yes. Good job. Great job, Marla. And then go straight ahead. Go up your center line or thereabouts. I know the cones are in the way. And prepare a halt somewhere. Take your time. Good. And then proceed working trot, track right. Excellent. Go down the rail. Enter at A, up the center line, and then prepare a halt at X. Let's see what he does. Plan on when you turn him, you need to have inside flexion, but don't let him drift left or right. Beautiful, well ridden. Yep. Just be careful he doesn't get too fast and strong. Good save. And then proceed working trot. See track left. And I want you to prepare for a lengthening across the diagonal. And let's just see what happens. Remember, you are waking him up in this corner, but not letting him run. You got to store the energy. So notice he gets quicker and faster. This will be something we can work on later. And then F to K, working trot. K to X, leg yield right. I like him in this frame, by the way, for first level. It's beautiful. But you are waving his head. Not enough left flexion, and there's haunches dragging. Good for you. Yep, tell him we can break it down. It's all good. X, circle left 10 meters. And then, I don't know if Jessica talked about this, but you need a moment of straightness in between these two circles. So you're going to circle right 10 meters. But come straight toward me for a stride before you go right. All right, you're a little off the center line, just FYI. Then X to H, leg yield left. This one's really hard because horses drag their right hind. So make sure he's on the left rein, not falling past the left rein. Yes. Keep your upper body parallel with the short end. Yes. I would keep riding it. You're doing very well. Right hind's dragging. He's turned your shoulders out. Think about, halt there for a second, halt. When he's got you collapsed like this,
Yes.
you need to sit over to your right.
Yes.
And that'll solve the problem.
Make my right side longer.
Yep.
Yes.
All
Amazing
good.
what happens when you do a test.
Well, I know, that's why I tell my students, I don't give a shit, you're riding a test. And then they'll try to throw on loops and I go, what the hell are you doing? Well, I don't give a shit. Ride the damn test. You don't get to do overs in a test, so just ride it. It's how you learn. All right, then you can proceed working trot and then C, circle right 20 meters, rising trot, allowing the horse to chew the reins out of the hands.
Now, I'm going to ask you to do this
Yep.
nicely. Thank you.
That was good, and I agree.
Like, I don't want to 20 meters?
Yep, between the little cones. And make sure the right rein can be soft, left rein, beautiful stretch. Beautiful, oh my God. Before C, shorten the rein, C, working trot, between C and M, medium walk, the closer to C shows obedience. M, 2V as in Victor. Oops, you're supposed to be walking, free walk. Very nice. And just whatever you do, let your elbows follow back and forth, opposite of your hips. Yes. Good. And then V to K, medium walk. K, working trot. A, working canter, left lead. A, circle left 15 meters. Now, you know where 15 meters is at A, all right, because 6 meters and 12 meters is 18, so you have to be a little shy of the letter L, which is between P and V. You have to be between the quarter line and the rail. That was not correct in the bridle. Nice 15 meters, like it. F to M, lengthen, stride, and canter. So you need to get him a lot rounder, otherwise he's not going to lengthen. He's going to do a ding, 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 ding. Right. Now, in this corner, you're going to collect him. Show a true sign that he comes back. Yes. H, X, K, one loop, maintaining the left lead. Do not change the flexion. Make sure you look at A, make sure you get to the center line. Super. Yep. Nice. Use the right rein for roundness. Right rein, round, 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 round. F, FXH, change rein. X, change of lead through trot. Outside rein. Don't let him overbend. And it's forward to trot. Don't wait too long. Don't wait too long for left. Yeah, good. C, circle right 15 meters. That's a little big, but it's pretty round. I'll give you that. And then MF, lengthen stride, long side, good. He's not going to be haunches in if you use better outside rein. And then really collect, really collect, really collect. Yes, one loop, K, X, H. Left rein, left rein, left rein. Make sure you look at my center line. Careful, you're going to go past. Good. Left rein, left rein, left rein. C, working trot. M, X, K, lengthen stride and trot. Outside rein, outside rein, outside rein. We kind of fell into that.
What do I do?
Lengthen across the diagonal. Nope, you're good. That was way better. Teach her a trick about how to get that better, but we can't do it today. It's a whole lesson. And then collect down center line, X halt salute. That was a pretty doggone good test. Good. Make sure it's not too quick. Good boy. He's got his halts down nice. Good boy. Okay, so in your lengthenings, what you have to do with this horse is he's going to have to learn how to be a little bit, for now, lower, rounder in the corner before you take off. So what I would do is I would do things like 20-meter circle and do like, I love this exercise. Well, I don't really like this exercise. I actually hate it, but I like it for what it does, so I do it all the time. So 20-meter circle, and I'm working on my walk. And then I go walk canter, and I'll go walk collected canter. And then I'll go now medium canter. Now come back. Oh, now I want you to walk. Oh, now I want you to trot. Oh, now working trot. Oh, now collected trot. Oh, now walk. Now canter. I throw in every kind of transition possible because they act like they don't know what you're talking about. And you need to be able to make him like a little bit of an accordion and say, I'm collecting you, and then when I lengthen stride, the problem is when he's not really in a little package with a little, it's like taking, like let's say this is a pop can and I go, well, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna make it all the way across the diagonal. I have to go shake it, and then wee across the diagonal.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have no hopes.
Okay.
So that's huge. And then, not today, but there's a way we can fix. He doesn't quite take on a step behind with one of the hind legs. I think it's the right.
That's right.
So when he goes across the diagonal, he kind of short steps it.
Yes.
They'll never be rung out as lame, but he's not really lengthening.
Right.
So there's a way I can help you with that to make him reach better.
Okay.
But that's a totally different lesson. You just have to remind me next time because that one we have to work. It's a little bit of a trick to teach him how to not do that, but it's something you're going to have to do with your hand and your leg that make him more level or more consistent. It's fixable, totally fixable. But you need to work on saying when you get through a corner, like let's say when you come through this corner, does his haunches swing left or right?
His haunches always swing right.
Okay.
Because it's a right hind thing.
Okay.
Always a right hind thing.
So when you go into your lengthenings, anytime you're going to go to a left lengthening,
Yes.
you have to ride a little shoulder forward. Always.
Right. Yep.
Or a little bit an imaginary haunches in.
Okay.
One or the other.
Right.
And you have to come that way when you're keeping them straight and holding the energy and you're saying stay round. And then when you're ready to do the diagonal and you come across and you start to ease them out.
Right.
Remember that a little bit higher posting creates this, and a smaller, shallower creates the length. So you need, and he's not easy to post shallow on. He's very hard. So when you post on him,
I've been working on that because I'm pretty athletic too, so I'm like, I can get way out here.
But don't forget, you do want to learn to post this way too because that makes him collected.
I won't have so much of a problem as that as I do in using the right muscles to.
It's like really just going skim and then skim, because what happens is you kind of go up and down and then he goes, okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to learn what different kind of posting will do, because you can lengthen his stride better if you did that, and then really think about keeping him down. Don't let him come up.
I could hear you saying, outside rein, and I'm like, I am not on the outside rein. I'm holding on the inside rein.
It's hard. It's like Maddie at the horse show. There was nothing I could do. She was so haunches in because she was so sore because she slipped and fell on Thursday and then she didn't want to get up. So she was so sore on her right hind that by the third ride, she's like, I can't do this anymore. And her whole hind end was like this. What do? You just eat it and ride it. Know that you're hanging on. You do the best you can. That wasn't that bad, but you really got to practice. That's why I say ride a little haunches out, counter flexion straight. Make yourself use that left rein.
Yes.
Shove his butt to the left, which he doesn't want to do, and let him be straight. That would help you to put him in the outside rein.
Yes, it would.
I mean, it's what I live with my mare. And then you go, okay, then you ease him across the diagonal. Then the other way, you ride Ronver into a lengthening. So then you ride your corner from, let's say, C to M if you're going right. You go here. And I do it all the time in competition. Most horses it's to the left. But I'll go on Monty, that little pony. I shove him into Ronver in the corner. What's the judge going to say? They can't tell. So I ride him in clear Ronver, and then I shoot him out like a rocket, and it's perfect.
Right.
Because then he's straight. But once they're crooked, there is no length.
There's no, none. Yeah.
You can't. How do you store energy if you can't keep him in a box?
So now let's just say that. So I have two questions for you, really quick. One is I want to know what tests I should sign up for at summer days, and then the other is that so you're lengthening. So let's say your horse can't hold the length in the whole diagonal.
Right.
Okay. So what's your strategy there? Do you
half halt and then I continue on?
Okay.
I'm going to show the judge. You want to see? I'm an effective rider.
Okay.
I will collect that sucker and I'll shoot him out again.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm all about. Let's just put it this way. When I was done with the show, I'm like, give me my 7 or 8. You can trash my mare. Don't trash me. I did everything I could, and I
Right.
proved it to you. Don't trash me. And that's all I care about. Because when I get my score back, I want 7 or 8 as writer. Don't give me a 4 or 5
Right.
because she was an idiot.